Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Jensen Huang. Why are the godfathers of Silicon Valley and the architects of our digital world spending billions in the Arabian Desert? This isn't just about oil money. It's a trillion-dollar bet they've all placed on a single seismic fact. The future is being coded in Arabic. They're pouring capital into AI labs, quantum computing hubs, and gigacities because their algorithms have spoken. They know that by 2050, the epicenter of the world's most profound technological and spiritual revolution won't be in California. It will be here, in the Muslim world. Welcome to the dawn of Muslim futurism. Let's decode their investment thesis. The Public Investment Fund of Saudi Arabia controls over $900 billion. It's not just a bank, it's a future-building machine. This fund is the engine behind NEOM, a $500 billion megacity, and has taken strategic stakes in everything from Uber to Lucid Motors. But the real play is deeper. Saudi Arabia and the UAE have declared a national mission to lead in artificial intelligence. The UAE has a dedicated Minister of State for AI and aims to be a global top 10 leader in the field by 2031. They're not just buying tech, they're building the ecosystem. Jensen Huang isn't in Riyadh for the weather. He's there because Saudi Arabia just bought thousands of his top-tier H100 AI chips to build one of the world's most powerful supercomputers at KAUST. This is about raw computational power to fuel a new kind of innovation. Jeff Bezos and other venture capitalists see the numbers. Over 60% of the Middle East population is under 30. That's a massive tech-native market and workforce. They're investing in the next generation of unicorn startups that will emerge from this digital gold rush. The bet is clear. The Muslim world, led by the Gulf, is the last great, untapped frontier for exponential technological growth, and it's building that future on its own terms. So what does a future built on its own terms look like? It looks to the past to build the future. The Islamic concepts of Khalifa, stewardship, and maslaha, public interest, are becoming design principles for AI. Take the line in NEOM. Its promise of zero cars, zero streets, and zero carbon emissions isn't just eco-friendly. It's a direct reflection of the prophetic injunction to avoid waste and harm. An AI managing this city's entire logistics, energy, water, transport, operates with an efficiency mandate rooted in an ancient ethical framework. Geopolitically, AI is a tool for existential security. The World Resources Institute classifies many Muslim-majority nations, like Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and the UAE, as facing extremely high water stress. The response? AI-powered, precision-guided cloud seeding programs in the UAE, increasing rainfall by up to 15%. And massive investments in AI-optimized vertical farming and solar-powered desalination. This isn't just innovation, it's fiqh al-aqaliyat, jurisprudence for minorities, applied on a civilizational scale, using technology to preserve life and community against existential threats. The economic shift is staggering. The combined GDP of the OIC is projected to near $40 trillion by 2050. AI is the engine that will diversify these economies beyond oil, creating new global hubs for halal tech, Islamic fintech, and green energy. But the most radical experiment is happening at the intersection of faith and code. Can an algorithm understand the soul? It doesn't have to. It has to empower. We are seeing the rise of Islamic AI, not a sentient mufti, but a profound tool for spiritual and ethical augmentation. Companies like Luminous in the UAE are building large language models from the ground up. Imagine training such an AI on a curated corpus of thousands of classical Islamic texts, centuries of jurisprudence, and modern scientific databases. You'd have an ijtihad engine. A doctor could query it on the ethical boundaries of a new gene editing therapy, receiving a nuanced analysis weighted by different schools of thought. An architect could ask for design principles that maximize natural light and privacy, inspired by Islamic architecture, for a new housing project. In social welfare, Pakistan's EHSAS program already uses data analytics to distribute aid to millions. The next step, a global blockchain-secured Zakat and Sadaka platform. AI would identify need with pinpoint accuracy, optimize distribution, and provide immutable transparency, drastically reducing fraud and ensuring every dollar fulfills its divine purpose. This is the potential, turning a pillar of faith into a hyper-efficient engine for social justice. Technology shapes culture. So what happens to the Muslim family, to art, to identity in this AI-saturated future? The classroom is transforming. In Indonesia, AI-powered platforms like Bisa AI are creating personalized tutors. These tutors won't just teach math, they'll teach akhlaq, ethics, through interactive stories and simulations, tailored to a child's learning style, preserving cultural narratives in a digital age. Art is the frontier. Digital artists are using AI tools like Midjourney and Stable Diffusion to create a new visual language. Andalusian cyberpunk, Mughal futurism. In 2023, the Digital Islamic Heritage Project used AI to restore and colorize century-old Ottoman photos. By 2050, AI will co-produce Islamic anime, compose music in maqam scales for new generations, and create immersive VR experiences of historical Islamic cities for global classrooms. But the core challenge is algorithmic bias. If an AI is trained only on Western social data, how does it value the extended family, a cornerstone of Muslim society? The response is emerging from labs in Malaysia and Qatar, where researchers are building value-aware AI models. They are explicitly coding for cultural contexts, weighting algorithms to recognize and preserve social structures that others might overlook. This is the fight, to ensure the AI future is not a homogenizing force, but a tool for cultural preservation and evolution. This path is fraught with peril. The same AI that optimizes zakat could enable unprecedented state surveillance. A biased hiring algorithm could systematically discriminate. This is where Islamic ethics transitions from design principle to essential guardrail. The principles are robust. Niyya, intention, la darar wa la dirar, no harm, and the supreme importance of preserving lineage, intellect, and faith. An AI framework built on these values would, by necessity, mandate explainable AI, XAI, banning the black box algorithms that make unexplainable decisions. It would inherently prioritize privacy and reject manipulative design. We see this already in the $3 trillion Islamic finance industry, which banned predatory uncertainty. This could birth a halal certification for AI, a global gold standard signifying an algorithm is ethical, transparent, and socially responsible. Elon, Jeff, and Jensen are right to invest. The energy, capital, and ambition here are real, but they are investing in the infrastructure. The soul of this future, its values, its purpose, its humanity, that is not for sale. That must be built by the people who will live in it. AI can simulate 1,000,000 2055s, but it cannot account for qadar, divine decree, or the human heart's capacity for mercy and revolution. The ultimate algorithm is the one we write with our choices. The vision of Muslim futurism is not a passive prediction. It is an active, urgent invitation. An invitation to the young programmer in Karachi, the artist in Istanbul, the scholar in Cairo, and the policymaker in Dubai, and to every collaborator worldwide who believes in an ethical, technological future, to pick up the tools. The desert is being wired, the data centers are humming. The question is no longer, what will the future bring? The question now is, what will you build into the code? The future is a project. What's your contribution? Debate the ethics, share your visions in the comments. Subscribe for more deep dives into the frontiers of tomorrow. Sources and further reading in the description.